Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about being a learner. Are you ready? Let's get started. I wrote a blog post titled 8 Ways to Be a Better Employee in 2018. Then we decided to do an 8-segment series of videos right here on Remarkable TV about those. And we're nearing the end. This is number 7. You can go back and watch the rest. You can look at the link to the blog post elsewhere on this page. For this one, I've already told you we're going to talk about learning. Here's the way I stated it in the post. I wrote, more learning, less complacency. See, there's very little that complacency can do to help us. And the antidote to complacency is learning. Now, the other thing that I would say about complacency is it's one of those things that's way easier to see in other people than ourselves. So let's just, to resist the urge to say, well, I need to send this to someone else to watch, let's just assume that in some part of our lives, we're complacent, okay? So if we have some complacency, and we want to get past that, then learning is the antidote. What are some specific things we can do today to help us get past our complacency? Okay, let's do that. I got 5 approaches for you. Here's the first one. Read an autobiography. Listen, publishers are not going to publish a book written about someone's life who didn't do something, right? So whether you're reading an autobiography that someone wrote about their own life or a biography that someone wrote about someone else's life, at some level, that person is an achiever. At some level, that person did something interesting. At some level, there's something you can learn from them and you don't necessarily want to replicate their life or even try. And you might not even think everything that they did is worth replicating, but there's probably something that they do better than you. Chance to identify a place of complacency and perhaps identify some things to do better. Next, read professional stuff. That's a highly technical term, but I didn't know how else to describe it. Like, I'm talking about reading Forbes and Fortune, and I'm talking about reading your professional journals in your industry, and maybe talking about some really highly well-done blogs, but read professional stuff from people who are smart, that are talking about other smart people. And in many of those magazines, for example, they're talking about smart people and what they're doing. Chance for us to overcome some complacency by saying, man, I could get better at that. Number 3, get a coach. If you have a coach, that's someone that can help you see where you're at and help you get better. One of the best ways to learn and get better at anything is to have a coach. We can help you with that, by the way, if you'd like. Number 4, eat with someone older than you. And now, you could eat with, pretty much anybody in life. Many people in your life are older than you, but I'm not just saying go take them to dinner. I'm saying eat with them, enjoy a meal with them, have a discussion with them with the intention in your mind to say, what does this person do that I don't know? What wisdom can I garner from them? And you don't have to turn it into an interview, but just go into it with the perspective of, there's things I can learn from this person, and I want to try to do exactly that. And the last one on this list is eat with someone younger than you. Now, between older and younger, otherwise you could only eat with people who were born the same day as you. But the reality of this is the same as the other. There are people that are younger than you, and oftentimes we don't think that they know as much as us. They're not as wise as we are. And unfortunately, the older we get, the more we think that about this larger and larger population of people younger than us. But listen, they've got things that we can learn from as well. Again, buy their lunch, buy their dinner, and go into it with the context of what can I learn from them? What are they better at than me that I can learn from? Listen, I've given you 5 ways to help combat complacency, to create more learning and have less complacency in your life. Let me close with today's tweet. We overcome complacency by learning something new. There is always someone better at something than we are, and we can grow by learning from them. One other way that you can learn from smart people is to listen to my podcast every week, the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. I get smart people to come on, talk with me, we have a conversation, and you can listen in to your benefit. It'd be my pleasure for you to share that with us. All the links for doing that are right here on this page. Every week, Remarkable Leadership Podcast. I hope you'll join us.